All right, so this is Thursday, the 9th of March, and this is my yoga practice. Starting off with a short forward fold, some space between the vertebrae and the neck and the low back. There we go. Get that spacing, wiggle a little bit. So I felt a few pops both in my neck and my low back. My neck's been antagonizing me, or it hasn't felt good on this side, because I think the last time I put both feet behind my head, I think I strained the neck a little bit, and so I had to take a few days off, because the neck was not up to snuff. So, first pose is downward facing dog. Relax. Hands about shoulder width apart. Feet about hips width apart. Get all the parts in a good spot. And relax. Go. Just keep relaxing. About another 90 seconds, 94 seconds. Just relax and breathe. And look at that. I get to breathe through the nose today. Yay! Senses aren't always quite up for that every day. Just feel the body, feel the breath, feel all the sensations in the body. So feel the heel of the wrists on the earth. I'm putting most of the pressure on the heel of the hands to prevent the hands from sliding. Feel the feet pressed into the earth, and it seems like most of the pressure is in the balls of the feet. Shoulders are really starting to be tired now. So let's bring those feet in a little bit. Put more weight on the legs. Maybe let the spine arch a little more. Take some weight off the shoulders. Two seconds. And there we go. Alright, so pop the toes, pop the wrist maybe. A little bit. Pop the knees. Hey, look at that. I got a viewer. Awesome stuff. Thanks for watching. Money King. Oh, yeah. Good stuff, sir. Next up, cool transition to upward facing dog. Why is this a cool transition to upward facing dog? Well, just watch, you'll find out. So get the hands down, wrists relatively close together, fingers towards the feet, bend the elbows. Elbows into the bottom of the rib cage as best as you can. Weight of the body is going to be onto the elbows. And look at that. Looks like I'm in frame. And then hover. Yep. And then straighten the legs. Try to go horizontal. Going horizontal is the is harder than going vertical on that, at least for me. Seems like it takes more effort to go full horizontal. Very interesting pose. Plus, when you go horizontal, you really have to have your hands pointed towards the feet. If you're trying to point them towards the head, right, the opposite way, you have to lean forward, and the wrist just doesn't work that way. At least not for me. I don't know. One of these days, I'll have to try that with the hands forward. See what that's like. But in any case, I have 1.5 minutes left on this upward facing dog. So just relax and enjoy the pose. And the low back was doing really good today for whatever reason. Didn't have to wait for it at all. And relax and feel the body. Feel that breath of air. And feel the forearms. A lot of sensation in the forearms. And just try to relax. Just feel the breath as it flows in and out of the body. Alright, there we go. That's it for that. So, unwind this a little bit. Let the wrists recalibrate. Alright, so clear it out, get the next timer started. Next up, after setting up the back for some posterior flex, let's do more of a back bend. Look at that. Toes cramped right up. So from here, do a little bit of fish pose. Go back to the thighs, crown of the head to the earth, arch the spine. There we go. That's a good position for the back. Hands up, feet up. There you go, that's fish pose. Cool stuff. And then feet down, hands down, wheel pose. Feel that for just a moment. I'll cut this short and throw in some quick half pigeons. There we go. Left leg first. Get the leg back. Get the foot in. Turn a little bit more towards the camera. There you go. So yeah, get the ball of the foot into the elbow. Try to get the hip towards the earth while you twist the shoulders towards the back. And then get that hand to reach around. Lot of tightness on this pose. So lots of room for growth on this pose. The shoulders, the back, the legs, the thigh. Three, two, one. All right, we'll let that one go. Other side. Get the parts in the right spot. There we go. Ball of the foot into the elbow. Hip towards the earth, shoulders towards the back. That's that. Alright, time to slow down the practice. Once again, deep forward fold. And just relax. So after that anterior flex, doing some posterior flex with the spine. And the neck is still, I still feel a little bit of extra sensation in the neck, so I gotta go slow with that. And yeah, once your hamstrings loosen up, so that you can really just dangle the upper body in your forward fold, becomes a great pose for getting space between the vertebrae. And especially some days you might have some low back pain or pains anywhere in the back or neck. Forward fold is fantastic because it allows the vertebrae to space out and realign. About another 92 seconds, yeah, 92 seconds. And then you can do subtle manipulations on the neck so you can slowly start to move the vertebrae with respect to each other. Start to feel that and really start to get everything back into place. Hands under the feet to give a different balance challenge. So I put the heels together, and every time I feel the ankles touch, I bring them apart just a little bit because I don't want the ankles pressing into each other. Just glancing each other is fine, but not pressing into each other. Straighten the legs, let the upper body relax. And there we go. That's the forward fold. All right. The cool stuff. Hip openers. Next up, left side first. So we're going to open the left hip. Half lotus real quick. And then we'll test the right hamstring just a little bit. Very good. Shin to chest. Foot to chest. Watch out for the left thigh muscle as it travels inside and outside the bone. Oh, yeah, foot to chest first. And then shin to chest. Feel the left thigh start to open, start to stretch a little bit. And then foot behind the head. Your mileage may vary, right? And relax. And it's been a few days since I've done this, so it feels a little weird. You have another minute 45 seconds to go. Just count your breaths. Feel the breath as it flows in and out of the body. I'm sending a lot of awareness to my neck just to see what it feels like in this pose. And constantly trying to bring my chin a little bit closer to the chest. So looking down a little bit. Because that seems to protect the neck. Adjust. So blood flow back to the left leg. There we go. Alright, next side. So, right leg this time. Over that hip. Test the left hamstring a little bit. Second side bias. Alright, shin to chest, just like the other side. Foot to chest. Back to floor, relax, then foot back to chest. Feel the right hip. And relax. Be careful of the right hip as it slides over the bone, or the right thigh as the muscle slides over the bone. There you go. Feel the muscles stretch and relax. And then get the leg behind the head. Go. Minute and 30 seconds left. And again, lots of awareness to the neck for me today, because that's been giving me some issues. Trying to bring the chin towards the chest. So the head, I'm trying to rotate the skull down. So that seems to protect the back of the neck. And that's a your mileage may vary kind of thing, right? I think that may just be unique to me. What seems to happen a lot is if I try to like move the skull forward and look up, that's when it seems like the back of the neck gets a little out of place. And so just trying to prevent that, the way to prevent that I've found for myself is bring the chin towards the chest. So if I've got to bring the skull forward, you want to bring it down as well. And for this pose, you got to bring the skull forward. Get the foot behind the skull. 1 second left. All right. Very good. And relax. And let the blood flow reestablish. Get that happy leg again. Because now it's blood flow. Clear that out. Start the next timer. hamstrings. All right, left leg first. So that's the left foot. And take this down. And relax, relax, relax. Yeah, and right, the longer you practice, right, the more it becomes just about simply relaxing. When you're very tight, right, if your muscles just don't have the flexibility in them yet, it's not so much about, like when you relax, right, you can only go so far, and that's where you start to relax. You have to consciously start to relax. It takes a while, but eventually the muscles will lengthen, right? It doesn't usually happen overnight. In fact, no, it doesn't happen overnight. It takes days, weeks, months. But eventually you get there. The only time you see some people get into a pose really quickly for the first time are people that are really flexible and just didn't know about the pose before. But soft tissue is soft tissue, right? You can always adjust your soft tissue. The trick is to find the proper threshold. Go so far that you don't feel any pain. You feel sensation but not pain. And the more that you practice at or near that threshold, not beyond it, but just behind it, then that threshold increases. As the threshold increases, what's happening is your muscles start to lengthen, or learn how to lengthen. Just relax. And that's that. All right. That's that side. Next side up. Right leg, right hamstring. My right side's a little bit more open, generally, than my left side. And some second side bias. Second side is usually a little bit more, usually a little easier to get into a pose on the second side as compared to the first. And relax. Starter, and now the big boy. It's interesting. The more you do the pose, the more you start to feel what's really happening in the muscles. You really start to feel the muscles, the tendons, the joints actually slide into place. And yeah, so actually even today was kind of a different experience getting into this pose. Just feeling all the different muscles, the joints, moving towards the pose. The entire synchronization required throughout the body in order to get there. Relax, feel the pose, nice stretch on the right thigh. Stretch the lower shoulder. Three, two, one. That's it for that side. All right. Wide splits. Nice stretch. All the parts of the body into a good spot to maintain the pose. Hold this for another 30 seconds and then add the shoulders. Left shoulder. Oh, look at that. Got another viewer. Bad boy guns. Hey, hey, cool stuff. Thanks for watching, sir. I am almost done with my practice today. Doing some wide splits with a little extra shoulder stretch. So stretch the left shoulder, but then try to reach the right scapula with the right thumb. Torque the right shoulder a little bit. And relax. Eight seconds. Other side. Right shoulder stretch. And then reach for the left scapula with the left thumb. And my left side is a little bit more open than my right. Yeah, for some reason my left shoulder is a little bit more open than my right shoulder. It's the only part of my body where the left side's more open than the right, seems like. And relax. So, next up, crow and handstand. Or yogi squat, crow, handstand. So here we go, getting towards yogi squat, feet on the floor, feet comfortably spaced apart, about in line with the knees, hands in prayer to the chest. Arch the spine and neck a little bit, feel the back, manipulate the vertebrae, get them in the right spot. And then move to crow. Hands to the earth, fingers out to the side, hips up. Bend the elbows. Place the shins on the upper arms. Slowly transfer the weight. And then once the weight is transferred, then start to relax the legs and the hips. So the knees go out to the side. Hold this for a moment. And then try handstand, hips up. Balance. Oh. And that's that. Alright, well, that is my practice for the day. Thank you, sir, both of you. Money King, yeah, awesome name. And Bad Boy Guns, alright. Such a bad boy. Such a bad boy. Alright. Cool stuff. I appreciate you watching. Hope you all enjoy the rest of the day. And, hey, should be back tomorrow around 8 a.m. Take care and have fun.